Changing out the rear shocks, just because like the guys said that they're shot, and they pretty much are. They were. Two things, well, multiple things. Freaking Gabriel Ultra didn't send me the mounting hardware for one of the sets, and did send me the mounting hardware for the other set. One of my neighbors gave, or perma borrowed, like, gifted me these, which you need in order to get these turned. It is a terrible design, and I don't think that this is what they use for, like, the front shocks, and they just decided to do it on the rear ones. You'll notice two things. One, this is rounded out because, of course, everybody has to make their nuts out of butter. Like super soft metal, so whenever it comes time to get that off, it's just going to be either angle grinded or a fight in order to get that off. And it's just so stupid. It's such a stupid design, because you cannot use a socket to tighten this thing down in the first place. Second of all, it is now righty-tighty, righty-loosey now. Because apparently they made this bolt, they threaded, the threads on this one are also made out of butter. That, or the nut itself is just no longer tightening down. So I'm just going to risk driving around with it just loose like this. Like, I'm hoping good enough will keep me from absolute catastrophic disaster, dying in a car crash. Car wreck type of thing. So yeah, I haven't found a source for the trim buttons. Like I need like a baggie of like 100 of those, like, because just they break really easy and stuff. So it's just been yet another thing where just something that could have been simple is just this gigantic hassle. I ended up having to use the mounting hardware from the old one, which means that I don't get to have the shiny new hardware for the new one. You don't have to take off the tires for this. I know the other guy did, but I just used like a jointed socket in order to get in there. I freaking hate this. I absolutely despise working on cars. I also, I did the leak down test, and I ended up having to use both sets to check the spark plugs, and they were all pretty much within range. One of them was like on like the highest absolute pressure to relative leakage pressure was about 10%, and on this one, the Jegs one, and on this one, it, like, the biggest leakage was 25%, which is still in the low thing. The least leaky thing was 0. I lost the O-ring to this because I put it on a part of the car where it just disappeared into nothingness. I tried to find a hose that was had enough threads to where it could thread deeply enough for a seal, but I wasn't able to do that. I took off the O-ring, and that's how it was able to screw in. All the spark plugs had like white residue on them, like hard buildup and stuff, and I'm just hoping that was from like the you know, the O2 sensors being bad. I got all 4 of the O2 sensors changed out. I ended up having to spend $300 to get one of them unstuck, because like I even tried using like a thingy to get off like stuck bolts, and that didn't work. the car people were able to get it off of there, and I don't know how they were able to do it, maybe with a torch and stuff. Just the only way I was able to get this thing tightened down as much as it is, even though it's not where it's supposed to be, was by using a crow's foot thing. And like, even when I've got, like, I tried using, like, I used the oil lock thingy vice grips thing, the oil filter vice grips, to at least hold the upper portion of that thing while I got the nut started, and that was enough to get it started. But like I said, it's now righty-loosey, so it wouldn't have mattered what I did, just because everybody decides that they're not going to make it out of hardened metal. It's like, am I going to have to like start quenching, like hardening all parts that I use, or just like trying to source every single time I work on anything parts that use a harder metal? It's just, this is absurd. I don't think this is even the enshittification thing. I think this is just, it's always been bad and people just put up with it. So yeah, that's today's disaster. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Look at this. From the top of the tire to the frame is about, let's just say, 3.5 inches. From the top of the tire to the frame, about 2.5 inches, if we're being generous. What the hell is going on? Like, is it the frame is twisted or something? I literally just replaced both of the shocks with brand new shocks. They should be lifting the car in parallel amounts. What is happening here? It should be symmetrical, equal on both sides. Brand new shock, mounted it exactly the same way. Maybe tighten it down a little bit more on this side. Is that what's going on? Do I have to like no, they're both supposed to be 30 foot-pounds, and I try to get as close to 30 foot-pounds as possible. And even if that were the case, it wouldn't be an inch of difference. Like a whole inch worth of difference between the two sides. And even if the frame were twisted, why would that matter? Why would that matter with the height of the car on either side? Like, what is happening right now? Like, there should be no material difference between the two sides. Like, the engine is in the center of the car. It shouldn't matter. There's nothing in the car that's weighing it down to where it's, you know, squooshed on that side and not squooshed on that side. Maybe that tire is a little bit lower than that one, but like an inch worth of difference. Maybe if I ride around on the shocks some, they'll like somehow even out, but I don't think so. I don't think that's what's going to happen. The gas tank is centered in the middle. That shouldn't matter either. Why? Is it just, did I get bad shocks? Is that what's going on? Like, I mean, that one was a little bit tougher to push in than this one, so even then it shouldn't matter. Like, if anything, that one should be giving the more of the oomph than the other one. Why? Just, it's always unpleasant.